Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Atlanta for race 8 of the season. Take a quick look down qualifying. And back up the board. We are here for a very good race today. Everybody's rolling. And for the first time, the 17 of Esri on pole for this race. We saw a lot of close racing last season in Atlanta. Now, and this one's going to be no different. Everybody's going to be giving it their all, mixing it up throughout the pack and seeing what they can do. We are ready to take the green flag to kick off the Alsco Uniforms 500. Already seeing what Born Ready can do. Got a lot of trusted vehicles near the front. And they're looking to find a way to get around the 17, take the lead early. Ben Fuck's men going into 3. Can he hold the high side? Can't quite get there. As we're already seeing a lot of different lanes being used. It looks like they're trying to get past the 17 either side. Born Ready on the inside in the 1. Can you get some clearance here? Early on, we got a lot of contenders rising through the field. Exo Tiger being able to turn down low really efficiently here. As we saw Born Ready lead that lap. The ticker is on, and a lot of relative underdogs in the top 10 so far. Esri on the pole, but looking at Team Duke in the 21, rolling through the top 10. Others not that far behind are looking to get in there. Hamill's number 8, stuck back there in 11th place. As a fight for the lead, the 99 is making this season his bitch so far. The points leader has gotten out to the lead of this race and is not looking to give it up anytime soon, but I say that as the 97. Ben's going to fuck his way to the lead. Getting that help from the 17. And look at Toad Warrior. Inside lane specialist here, all the way up to 3rd. I think we're going to see like the preferred line walk up the track a bit as we get through the race. There's a lot of bottom lane lunges early. Esri not really having much for the 91. Misty Viper moving up. And let's take a look a little bit further back. Just where the top 15 is. Cilio Willie in the middle of 3. Looking at Cody Goforth up high. Can't really use the lane he's in, but others in that battle. The season's kind of been a struggle for a few of these drivers. Just looking to advance their position a little bit at a time. The 54, the 8, the 60 especially. But eventually, they're going to have to get one thing right. And a win can fix a lot of your problems. Look at what they got going on here. A 97 not able to ride it high as much as he wants to. But Born Ready's doing a great job up there. On that upper lane. Pushing the 40 around the track. Misty Viper in the top 5. See, it gets to very complicated when you're running the pack. But look at the pack back here. A lot of drivers struggling in qualifying and also in the race. That one racer back there. Tiger Man, Jake, running near the back. Other drivers, Hyperdrive and Ringo, kind of mid-packing it here. Trying to get their way through the fantasy drivers. Some of the drivers that you expect to be good, kind of struggling early. Creates a dynamic where it's going to be like slicing your way through the field. That sort of thing. A little further ahead, you got Team Duke. He was in the top 10. Now he's like losing spots pretty fast. As it looks like he's already being cut to size by a lot of these drivers. 88 of Zentz. We see the lead being mainly contested by that 91 and 97. But a lot of this group has gotten mostly single filed out. Not really too much intense 3 wide, but plenty of side-by-side to keep you busy. That's Hamill's push to get inside the top 10. I think it's about 11 cars. I mean, Esri's running 12th, so you got to think it's about a numbers game to think about what position you're in and how to improve upon it. Seto silently doing good. Shout out to the 24, another driver that just kind of needs the points on a similar level to the 60 at this point. Let's take a look at some, like, just the top 2 right now. Toad Warrior trying to really get this back to back, while Ben Fucks Men trying to put himself on the map. If a 97 wants to put himself in this wild card battle, then a win today would really appreciate, like, to go a long way. These 3 going for 3rd place. Born Ready having himself another breakout season, not to be confused with the last time he had a breakout season. Yeah, it's been a very tumultuous career for this driver, but he's back in the zone, and who are we, the fans, to deny him his spot in the top 5 in points as he's running 3rd in this race. I think the 99 has to keep strength with Born Ready, as that's going to be the points lead right there. These two, 1 and 99, as holy Trackhouse. They're all doing great. Well, not all of them, but most of them at the very least. That you see a lot of veteran stalwarts of the series up here, a lot of new up-and-comers, and a lot of career revivals, all battling in, like, very solidly for position. But I want to take a look back here. It is a 3 wide fuck fest. And a lot of drivers here are just not having the handling they want. And it looks like a couple of these slower cars are trying to play defense and just drown the entire pack. I think drivers like Hyperdrive and Canadian Lux do have the speed to really make moves through here, but just don't have the open space. Seeing the 51 getting passed by Eric Monaco, but oh, the low side isn't gripping for the 3. These very tight situations that Hyperdrive finds himself in. Not a whole lot of fun. Back up front, we can see very distinct packs of cars racing their way through. And now all these drivers got to go catch that 91. They want a shot at the lead. Switch it up a bit here. They're trying to catch Toad Warrior, just not quite yet at him. Cody Goforth, he's just got passed by a couple drivers, falling outside the top 10 as Esri jumps back in. Zent, a lot of just outside the top 10 drivers kind of hanging on to this first group. The second pack is pretty big too. That one Racer in it. That's where Team Duke ended up. Ringo, RBV, and RS, the anime guy. All hanging on. At 66 trying to work the bottom here. Look at this. Mizzou's going really high as they might run out of room. I think Team Duke might have backed it up a little bit there to kind of give the space. So that's like smart racing. But eventually you're going to have to start greeting for more. Brogan 99, haven't talked much about him. Looked like he tried to make a pass on Wyatt Junkman, but it just didn't materialize there. And I think we're starting to see the racing line move up the track to the higher lane as some of those drivers that can't make the move stick on the bottom getting past down there. That's what moves it up. Now, I wouldn't say comers and goers, but I'm seeing a lot of good racing still happening. Goforth making it work on the outside. That everybody is still in the zone trying to get it going, but eventually they're going to have to make their pit stop as not exactly that far away from that happening if we still go green. Some of these drivers are on for their career best finishes. Cilio Willie being one of them. Absolutely taking the fight to some of these better drivers and staying inside the top 10. That's commendable. Very commendable, even. And there's still 3 wide. Goforth rocking the outside to get past. That's great. But up front, 91, 97. We see a little bit of 99 in there as well. All 3 of these drivers have a pretty solid shot at getting the win. I do think that if you're either Toad Warrior or Exo Tiger, you want to be that first driver to get multiple wins in a season. Banking up those wins really helps, and being a 2-time winner essentially guarantees your playoff spot. That's something that I think Ben McDonald, or Ben Fucks Men, sorry, overlooks after the untimely departure of Ben McDonald. What happens is, if you get so many drivers with 1 win in that wild card position, you can actually lose out on a playoff spot, as holy shit, they are going for it. I mean, I'm just in awe of what the 99 was able to do right there. I talk about just for tires not being able to grip down low, and he goes off and pulls out something like that this deep into a run. Also, let's not count out Angel Madfia. He's running himself a pretty solid race. A little bit of I think we saw a 67 in the wall back there, but yeah, anyone who's like relatively within shot here, they can make it work, especially if we're going to have a green flag pit stop. It really matters to perform on pit road. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at Cilio Willie hanging in the top 10. And not even barely. He's like making moves with like some of the drivers that have established themselves already, like Derek Hamill. There's Born Ready behind him. Nick Breeding is going all the way to the wall for a little bit extra momentum, but kind of gets cucked by the 1. Absolutely slinging it through these corners. Man, nothing like a good days racing in Atlanta. God damn. We just take it back up front here, and we'll just go like a little bit of a. Once they hit the line, we'll take you through the field here on the leaderboard. That is. God damn, that was close, but the 99 gets credit for that time. Here's everybody through the 20s. Drivers kind of settling out where they are, but other times it could be incredibly frustrating, making absolutely no headway through the pack. There we are. Ben Fucks Men getting out front that time. Yeah, I think the 99, you see him pulling down. Not sure if what he's got going on, but you see the 91, that's Toad Warrior up high. This is for second. And with how fast paced this track is, you have to make your pit stop really solid. You cannot afford to mess up the execution here. Let's take a look at one of our pit lane cams. You can see how like relatively spread out it is. Pretty good so far. They're not even hitting 200 going into the corner here, so I'm not sure. I think pit first might be the answer here. Nobody within like the relative top 15 doing that so far. Because also they got to realize the lap count here. They want to make sure they get to the one stop, but that might not happen. I think this is going to be a very tricky race for some of our drivers to really get into once the meat and potatoes really show their face. As Toad Warrior is the first among those in. That's a difficult like decision to make if you're the 91 team. We still see some 3 wide among kind of the later of the pack here, but still they got to get sorted out and eventually rolling down pit road. I think Ben Fucks Men's going to come in. A lot of them coming in. I see Misty Viper staying out for that lap lead, so that's a decision you got to make. I think that's a calculated risk at the very least. The 40 leads, a big battle for second. Right now, Cody Goforth kind of on the high side there, but 24 down low. We'll see how that plays out on pit entry. Goforth's going to come down and onto pit road. Zent's going to stay out for that lap lead. One thing God knows about pit entry is kind of like if you're pitting with a group, then like not sure how much the concertina effect is going to affect you when you get to pit road and be that slow on the pit lane. Zent, Brogan, that's really about where it is right now. And I think those two are coming in this time. I think they have the best shot of going long are those two. And Tub Schittler makes his trip to pit road. I'm thinking, let's take a look at where Toad Warrior is, since he looks like he is currently destroying everybody on pace-wise. Like, he has absolutely got past a lot of these drivers. Ben McDonald, Misty Viper, Exo Tiger, Cilio Willie, none of them are really at that same pace as Toad Warrior 75. Wyatt Junkman had a really good stop, though. He made up positions. Let's take a look at where Zentz is on pit road comparatively. Yeah, you can see they're just coming out now as the 88 is getting up to speed. So Toad Warrior 75 leads this race. We'll see where Zentz comes out in comparison. Born Ready did not have that good of a stop, and I don't think Cody Goforth did either. Another drivers that kind of having bad stops. Derek Hamill, his pit crew kind of failed him. Esri also dropping the ball on pit road. That's a tough place to be. Back up front, Toad Warrior has a big lead here. See Billy Mays in last place. Everyone's still on the lead lap. Now, the good news for Toad Warrior is that he is leading this race. The bad news is I don't think his fuel tank can really save him. If the math is mathing, I don't think he's going to. I think Ben McDonald, Exo Tiger, they're going to try and go that one extra lap. Hell, I could see Wyatt Junkman powering his way to a win here. He's a threat this time. Angel Madfia got past Cilio Willie. Those are positions inside the top 10. Very valuable points-wise. You see Misty Viper there. That's Portbot and some other top 10 positions being exchanged here. Born Ready just outside the top 10. Not exactly his best showing, but honestly, this has been a very interestingly calm race at Atlanta. But it's been a great showing. All of our drivers pushing it to the limit here. Some of them not exactly doing as good as others. That's where Tiger Man is. He's been struggling all day. Another driver that's been on the struggle bus is Hyperdrive. Inside the top 25 now, but hasn't been consistently for most of this race. Canadian Lux barely making his way up. Top 25 currently being held down by Craig Newhouse, but KSS BSS trying to salvage some sort of good finish here. Mizzou, Esri, our pole sitters kind of slipped so far down the running order here. Next up, I think the top 30 is barely being rounded out by Chris Puckerboy and Coco Latte. Mako Kit is also kind of drowning, 32nd place. 67 probably had more promise early on. Kyle D, he's running 34th. It's rough showing. Also rough showing for Eric Monaco, currently sitting in 36th. That's tough. Team Duke dropping spots as he currently falls to as low as 39th. And then you see the fancy driver stringing out the rest of the field. And you see Toad Warrior 75 leading this race. But watch out for second place. This battle right here, this is a four-way fight that looks like it's going to be what determines this thing. And Wyatt Junkman is on the ball right now, trying to put himself in a good position to get himself a win. Ben Fucks Men also on the money. That any one of these four drivers can make it, and they're going to be paying the big bucks. Looking at the side-by-side for the 5 and the 99. Exo Tiger really had an aggressive entry, but Ben McDonald just... Man, fuck. God damn it. He fucking... Remember, we fucking had that death arc. God, I am so bad at this. Ben Fucks Men. It's Ben. Ben. I am... Alright, let me regain my composure here for a second. Yeah, at this point, the packs aren't really that big at all. In fact, they're small enough to where you don't really have that much energy to help you throughout the corner. It does rely on grip, which this is not a plate track, so I shouldn't be expecting this big plate racing. But at the same time, this is one of the faster tracks that we go to, relatively. And it is a really good tempo of speed. Speaking of packs, look at what's behind them. Drivers trying to fight for a top 10 right here. Hello! Jake has been pulling good time right now. He's been making it up pretty well. Oh, keep our eyes on this for a little bit while longer. This is basically just 6th place to about 15th or 16th, depending on how you look at it. Maybe these guys are absolute monsters trying to get themselves back in this thing. They pulled away from those behind him. Whoa, but 77 walks it up the track. Nick Breeding on the outside there, but it looks like he's not saying trying to go 4 wide, but You don't leave a door open for someone behind you like that. That could really come back and bite you in the ass. Rogan also having a very strong run. So the 42 keeping it real. The points battle at the very top is very intense. Speaking of very intense, look what the cat dragged in. Mr. Toad Warrior 75, would you like to explain what the fuck is happening behind you? No? Well, that's fine. They're just going to take it anyways. Look at Junkman pulling ham on the inside. And he's about as close to the lead as he's going to get all day. And he doesn't plan on stopping, so one more spot to go. How hard can it be? The outside lane absolutely pulled momentum. Ben fucks men wants it on the inside. Oh, they're trying to split the 5. That's exactly what they do. They just leave him out to dry. Kind of mean, honestly. But looking back here, you see a lot of potential for these guys to reunite with the leaders as well. They need all the hands they can on deck. So unfortunately, Cilio Willie dropping to 16th. He's going to be trying to keep up with these guys, but if he can't, then what's he going to do with it? That is a problem. I think once they get back to the 91, it's almost like they're trying to bait Toad Warrior into running out of fuel. Because if they stay on his ass, he just burns more fuel. That could be a problem here for the 91 team. The 99 is all over this shit. Even Angel Madfia is bullying his way around some of these drivers. Good God. You don't need to be doing all that. Unless you want to take out the entire fucking top 5. God, this reckless driving. But it's reckless driving with a purpose. And that's the true spirit of racing. Look at Zentz, Brogan, and Ringo have kind of pulled a 3-car breakaway from that other group, and they're trying to catch the leaders themselves. And I feel really good about that 88 of Zentz, because he is, like, the best on fuel and track position. He has the best of both worlds. Like, he's not leading, but it's a gamble that's going to play out in the future if he gets it right. So that's exactly what he's planning on doing. Ben fucks men. He's on the inside. Angel Madfia on the outside. Toad Warrior has been holding this one off, but I think he's finally starting to feel the pain here. As the 97 takes the lead. 91 trying to just stay with it. The 71's nosing on the outside. Zentz is on the inside. So many moving parts. Where did that 88 come from? That he still got some left in the tank, I'm telling you. It's not over till it's over. About the top 7 or 8 are here. Ben fucks men. Not wanting to give this one up. Take a look at the rest of these positions here. Kind of exchanging a little bit at a time. But it seems like mostly where you are is where you're at. And look at fucking 71 has been trying that high side so much. So much high side momentum that Angel Madfia wants. It looks like Toad Warrior is kind of starting to lose a tire and wanting to put those guys up there. Oh God, remember I made that joke about why Junkman only getting as high as 2nd place? I didn't actually mean it. Like, he's still in for a good finish, but it really feels like he could have been a contender to win this whole thing. But so far, Ben Fucks Men has the best shot, and he just powers around the lap traffic. Billy Mays in the 19. And he's not playing nice to the drivers behind him. Angel's going to have to power the high side a little bit more. Oh, he gets in the wall. Not exactly the best showing right there. Sometimes it's just a little bit too much pressure there. And Zentz crawls his way to second. Oh, God. Ben Fucks Men at a terrible corner. Zentz takes the lead. I think the tires are really starting to show their age. And that's exactly what's happening for, I think, Brogan, too. Brogan might have a shot if he can hold tires there. But the problem is that Zentz is just on a whole nother level. So that 4D chess move for the 88 team, they are in perfect position to get this thing done. Ben Fucks Men now reduced to third. The top 8 are all there. Looking further back, you can see Cody Goforth, Seto, Born Ready. All these drivers could be in shot for a top 10. Seto and Cody giving it a good race. But at this point, they're a little bit too single file to really get the action going. But Zentz is just leaving no mercy for these fools. Oh, God, it looks like they almost wrecked back there, but they keep it going. I mean, we're getting down to it. Like, this is it. Just go as absolutely psycho as you think you can, but you don't want to wreck the damn car. Coming to 4 to go. Zentz and Brogan are giving it one last push. Brogan is pulling so hard on the inside. He's not letting Zentz get away. The 42 and 88. Oh, man. Zentz, could he rely on the higher side there? Not quite what he's looking for. Brogan gets down low. He's going to sweep up, but Zentz has a run. He's got to take it. The 88's got to take this. He goes to the inside. Oh, the inside just not when he's cornering like that. How Brogan's able to just take so much on the outside. 2 to go. And Brogan's on the fast track to getting himself 2 wins this season. Further back, you see the pack and the fuel that they're trying to make it on. And the pace is slowed up so much. They're just trying to survive out there. White flag in the air for the 42. Who could have seen this one coming? Everybody's just on their last legs. And looking at every last driver trying to survive this race. A full field coming to the finish. And Brogan 99 getting win number 2 of the season at Atlanta. Zentz coming painfully close. A lot of good points runs here. Solid finishes all around. And good golly, the 42 is on the map. And now he's got it really good. Well, let's see the rest of the finishing results here. Overall, solid runs for those who needed it. Others kind of struggling their days. Taking a look at everybody here. there we go. That's all we have for this race. Till next time, take care.